Well, I guess it's time to start the radio show. Hello again, everybody. Hey, it's game week, baby. It is game week here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Rich Herrera. That's Dragon Ball. We are counting down Arizona taking on San Diego State. It's on now. It's official. We're going. It's game week. Was at Jed Fish's press conference earlier today. We had technical issues getting the backhaul from the Lowell Stevens football complex. Actually, it was inside the Sands Club, so we had some technical difficulties. So I apologize about that, but we will bring you Jed's press conference in its entirety coming up about 3:30, I think, is when we're going to be able to fit that in on the program today. So thanks for joining us, everybody. I know I'm excited. I think you're excited. I think Dragon Ball's excited because it is time to start looking and talking about college football because it is game week coming up this week. Listen, the Pac-12 is in full effect. Arizona takes on San Diego State. Arizona State has NAU. Cal has Davis. Colorado's taking on TCU, Oregon, and Georgia. Boise State, Oregon State. Stanford will take on, I think it's Colgate? I don't know. UCLA gets Bowling Green. USC plays Rice. Utah takes on the Florida Gators. Washington takes on Kent State. And Washington State takes on Idaho. You know what? We can actually talk about games that are coming up this week. That's why I'm excited, Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah, no, and you are correct. It is Stanford versus Colgate. And for those of you who are unaware, that is not the toothpaste company.
Well, Pepsodent was busy that week, their company's softball team. So, it's Stanford. They're a bunch of brainiacs. So
yeah, no,
you can't really get on them that much.
No.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Rich Herrera. That's Dragon Ball. What is today, Dragon Ball?
Today is the box office blitz. Today is our Monday. We will give you stuff just for listening into the show today.
For listening to this radio show. I'm not above it. I'm not above saying, listen to this radio show, and I will give you free things. Today, you know what? It's a beautiful day to begin the week. It's a beautiful day to begin college football. It's a beautiful way to start the week. So why don't we give away Hooters gift cards?
Sounds like a good idea. I mean, again, you're going to be having the opening week of college football this week.
I did watch college football last week. I did watch that game in Ireland, so it made me feel like I had a little bit of college football. But today we'll give away gift certificates to Hooters, $25 for you to begin your football season. Why? Because I can. Because I'm that nice of a guy. Because, well, quite honestly, I'm just going to tell you, listen to the show on Mondays and you can win stuff. That's it. That's simple. It's easy. I'm not doing much more than that. I'm just saying if you listen to this radio show on Monday, you can win stuff. Tell your friends. Better yet, don't tell your friends. Wait a minute. That defeats the purpose of this, of telling people it's time to make sure that you tune back in on Monday after your busy weekend. Anyway, if you listen today, you get a chance to win a $25 gift card. You know how I can tell people are paying attention? Because thanks a lot. Because when we first started doing this, I said, you know how I can tell people are paying attention? You went, You weren't paying attention.
I was paying attention.
No, you weren't paying attention. But you know, I tell people that are paying attention that they realize that Monday is the box office blitz is because when we first started this, right, we gave stuff away in the first hour. We wouldn't get that many people calling up. Phones wouldn't light up anytime they thought that we were going to give something away. And then 4 o'clock hour gets a little busy. 5 o'clock hour is tougher to win.
Yeah.
Now, if you notice, the 3 o'clock hour, people are lined up waiting to win. 4 o'clock hour is as busy as the 5 o'clock hour. The 5 o'clock hour is just crazy that it's that busy. So, today, we're going to give you a chance to win a $25 gift card to Hooters.
And I will be ready on the phone.
Don't mess it up. All right. Let's see. Let's get started with our text question of the day.
I will text you.
You will text me. How many wins this season is going to spell success for the Arizona Wildcats? Simple question. Now talking season's over. Now it's about W's. Now it's about wins. Now it's about trying to get to the Rose Bowl if you're in the Pac-12. Now it's about trying to win football games and get to the postseason. Now it's about getting bowl eligible for teams in this conference. Was it Greg Hansen wrote this weekend Power 5 schools, the worst schools with the worst record, Arizona was right there at the bottom over the last couple of years. So if you're Arizona, 1 win last year, none the year before, it's been tough. But there's 53 new bodies in that Arizona locker room that don't know anything about the 1-win season or the long losing streak. Hunter Echols doesn't know anything about that.
No.
Jaden DeLore doesn't know anything about that. Speedy Luke doesn't know anything about that. Tetaroa McMillan, who I saw today, doesn't know anything about that. Jaden DeLawrence certainly doesn't know anything about that. The rest of us are kind of stuck in that mire. They're not. Mm-hmm. So as we look at today's Arizona Wildcat team, I'll ask you this question. How many victories will spell success for the Wildcats this season? How many wins do they need for you to say, this was a successful season? We are going in the right direction.
That's tough because there's, like you said, the schedule for the U of A is not necessarily the easiest to open it up, obviously.
No, there's no crying about it. This is the schedule they agreed upon.
Yeah.
I mean, you're starting San Diego State, MSU, North Dakota State, Cal, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, then the bye, then USC, Utah, UCLA, Washington State, and then the school up north. Mm-hmm. How many wins is it going to take for you, Tucson, to consider this to be a successful season? Text the word RICH to 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. And again, we apologize. We had some technical difficulties with the backhaul. We use all this fancy technology now, and it failed. That's what technology does.
It does.
So we'll have the Jed Fish press conference in its entirety coming up for you at 3:30. We will get the one on Thursday. I think we figured out what the technical bug was, and we'll get all that figured out. And no, it was not Dragon Ball fat fingering anything.
I was not fat fingering anything this time.
All right.
I will say this time, though, because you never know.
Right.
Sometime in the future.
Listen, I'm excited. Like I said, it's the beginning. We had Jed Fish's press conference tomorrow. We'll sit down with Carol and Nansen and a couple of student athletes. Then Thursday, Jed will have his next press conference. Friday, they go on the road. And Saturday, 8 a.m., we'll be on the air with you with our Meridian Wealth Management pregame show, counting down to that 12:30 kick, taking on the very, very tough San Diego State Aztecs. They're a grinding football team. They're a team that runs, and when they get done running, they pick up the ball and they run some more, and then they give it to the quarterback who wants to be an MMA fighter and run some more. So it is going to be tough sledding for the Cats this year.
MMA fighter.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah.
Does he eat
Burmeister,
meals for breakfast, too?
Well, he went to La Jolla Country Day, and then he went to Oregon as a true freshman. Willie Taggart left, I think it was. Anyway, he left Oregon, went to Virginia Tech, and then came back out here to San Diego State.
Okay.
He's been fighting MMA. His mom's a kickboxer. He's been fighting MMA since he was a little kid. Whew. So Burmeister, I saw him play. He played at La Jolla Country Day School in San Diego.
Right.
So there were a couple stud quarterbacks that came out of San Diego at the same time. He was one of them. And then the kid who's starting at Notre Dame this year, another San Diego quarterback. So plenty of them have come out of the last couple of years. Anyway, we'll get into all of that today on the program. And again, it is Box Office Blitz Monday. That means you have an opportunity to win a gift card for Hooters just for stopping by. And we do have a special in-studio guest who I talk about all the time. I got to put him on camera here in just a little bit. Rigney is here, my son. So he's hanging out with me for the day. I don't know if I have this set up correctly. No, I don't. Sorry, Riggs, I can't show you yet. I got to get that camera working. He's here hanging out with me for the day before he goes to Japan. So we'll hear about his worldwide travel coming up on the program. But that's not what people want to talk about right now. Right now, they want to talk football. Let's see what's rattling around in my big old head, shall we?
Warning. The following segment might trigger some listeners, and 1290 does not take responsibility for the following content.
What the hell is going on?
It's time for the list as we explore the sick, twisted mind of our host, Rich Herrera.
And that's when things got bad.
And the list of things he is thinking about in that huge size 8 Chrome Magnum head of his.
Look at the size of that boy's head. That's like an orange on a toothpick.
You're gonna give the boy a complex.
Well, that's a huge noggin. Has its own weather system.
I'll tell you the first thing that's rattling around my head. My fan broke in here.
Oh, dear.
I have a fan in here that blows on my big fat head. It's hot in here, man.
Is it still like
I'm
sweltering in there?
sweating in here.
Yikes.
Isn't it hot in there?
Now, over here, I've actually had the issue of it being freezing in here. I've had the door open for
My
a little
fan
while.
died in here. Look, I got this fan that blows on me, and it died.
Rich, I'm gonna again.
Come on.
I took 0 hours of mechanics classes growing up.
This $1 billion renovation, and my fan broke. My $4 fan broke.
Right, but I'm just saying that probably bashing it on the end of the table is not going to make it.
Kicking
start
it doesn't
working.
help.
No, I don't think it does for anything.
Now, by the way, that wasn't a piece of equipment that the engineers will yell at me about. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh no, agreed. You've had that fan for as long as I can remember. Since I've been here.
Showed up today, it's broken. That's okay. We get through, man. We just persevere. We go. We hang. We don't just sit here and wallow, right?
No. You can't afford to. Can't afford to wait around for something to get right. No, we gotta make it right. Or at the very least, we gotta work through it.
All personnel, please evacuate to the nearest lot and report to your supervisor.
It's hot in here, man. I'm just telling you that right now. All right, what's rattling around my big old twisted head out of the way? I'm sweating. I'm sweating in here.
I mean, they had the press conference indoors, right?
Yeah, but I'm still hot. There's a lot of energy that it takes to do this radio show.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of energy that it takes to do this radio show. Can you send something? Listen, can you send a little note to the engineering department asking that I can get a little more
Insulation.
cool air in here? No, not insulation. That'll make me hotter. I'm fat. Don't you realize fat people sweat more than others?
I mean,
don't you get that?
I mean, as someone who is not necessarily that fat but still
All right,
sweats
let me
a
ask
lot,
this.
for me.
Let me ask this. Rigney just wandered in here, my son. I don't know why the camera's not working, Rig, so I'm not going to show you right now, which is good because you got that mustache that I don't like.
I actually don't think you've been hyping this thing as being that bad. It's not that
It's
bad.
awful. Yes.
It's not that bad.
It's awful. Wait a minute. Which microphone is his?
Well, we got to wait for him to get a microphone in front of him. That's the thing.
You got to put a microphone in front of you, kid. Last time you came in here. All right. Which microphone's he on?
Oh, no, we got him now.
All right. Can you talk now?
Yeah, it's on. I see a light.
You see a light at the end of the tunnel.
I don't know why your camera's not working. I'll figure it out in a minute. You can't be on camera yet.
But yeah, no, you've been hyping this mustache as being
mustache?
the bane of your existence. It's not that bad of a mustache.
No, but he doesn't look like a little boy anymore. He looks like an adult. I don't like it.
If he was like curling the ends like Raleigh fingers or something, then that would be a problem. But like that's just
Well, we've got a great barber here in town.
that's good. That's a good suburb dad look right there.
We got a great barber here in town, Amir. Who, by the way, let me give him a big shout out, right? Let me give him a really big shout out. Just got his U.S. citizenship.
Welcome to the tribe.
Welcome. All right, let me ask you this. How much do you weigh?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
$145.
You're lying. You're not that big. You're like a $130.
I was when I was playing O-line.
All right, I know, but right now you're what? About a $130, maybe?
45.
Soaking wet. You're not a $145.
I am. I weighed myself on the ship. $145.
Yeah, it's different out in the ocean. But you're skinny, right?
Gravity doesn't change when you're on water.
Yes, it does. You're skinny, right?
Yeah.
Muy skinny.
Yeah, skinnier than you.
Skinnier than everybody's skinnier than me. But what would you say your body fat index is?
I think it's probably all of like maybe 10%.
Oh, I bet it's less than that.
Yeah, I was about to
you
say
don't have
tops.
enough fat on your body to save your life.
I don't know. He's probably got the Lex Luger body fat index right.
He does. He does. I hate it.
1% body
I
fat.
hate it. I absolutely hate that about you. But let me ask you this: you never sweat, right? Because you're skinny.
I mean, yeah.
You know me. I sweat all the time. I sweat while I'm eating.
Dude, I'm cold in here.
It's burning up in here. Shut up. You're not cold in here.
No, I'm
You're
cold.
just saying that,
Yeah.
making me look bad.
No, me and Dragon Ball are both freezing.
It is hot. Well, I got all those studio lights on me, too. Look at my headphones. It's sweating.
Oh, yeah, that's gnarly.
Yeah, my ears are sweating. It's hot in here. Don't tell people it's not hot in here. I'm like sweating here. I got perspiration on my brow. It's so hot in here.
Perspiration, condensation, either way, it's water that should be on the inside, right?
Exactly. It's hot in here. Can you ask engineers to please turn on the air conditioning in here?
I'll go ahead and I'll check with them to see, because I'm pretty sure the AC is on.
You got to email them.
I'll go and see if I can pull away Jose or Mark.
Jose! Venga aquí, por favor! Venga aquí!
Oh, hey, that was actual real Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm
just yelled
impressed.
at him. No, go in there. Not in here. We're on the air.
Oh,
No. Es muy
Hold
caliente.
on. Give me a second here.
It's hot in here. He's telling me to shut up. It is hot in here, isn't it?
Again, are you asking me?
Yes.
No, it's cold.
I dislike you so much. And now Jose, okay, he's saying yes, they're turning. Okay, I can actually feel some cool air blowing in here.
Oh, joy.
Is it?
I made him hit the button 3 times for you.
To give me some air? There is no air circulating in this room.
I told him to go ahead and hit the button 3 times on the down arrow, so you should get some air in there.
I want to be able to hang meat in here.
I don't think that would work well.
I want it to be like
Rocky
or Captain Cold. Is that the
That's one of the Flash villains.
Yeah, Captain Cold.
Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze is the Batman one.
Yeah, I want it to be Mr. Freeze temperature in here. I want it to be like one of those 21 below, like those bars you can go to in Vegas or some fancy place where you sit in an ice room.
We should
and
have
drink.
gone. We should have gone.
We should have.
So you're trying to go ahead and become a snow miser right now.
Yes, I'm Mr.
White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow.
Yes.
I'm Mr.
Yes, that's what I
Icicle.
look, I'm
I'm
sweating.
Mr. 10 below.
I'm sweating in here, guys. You don't care.
I think it's funny.
Don't you realize what your number one job is, Dragon Ball?
I understand.
I think this is one of the traits of a really good producer. Keep the talent happy.
I understand.
And the talent is sweating. My ears are sweating underneath my headphones.
Well, I mean, I'll probably be sweating by the end of the day.
You don't care. All right. You know what? Talking time is over, folks. Now it's game week. How many days away are we from Arizona taking on San Diego State? What's the time?
We are 4 days, 21 hours, and 11 minutes from kickoff.
How's that feel for you? Tucson? We are now within a week of Arizona kicking off the football season against San Diego State. Then next Saturday, they'll be home against Mississippi State to kick off the home portion of the season. But now the talking's over. Now the prognostication's over. Now the bloggers and the message board warriors can go kick rocks, because now it's time to see whether Arizona's going to be able to play football or not. How are they going to hang in the Pac-12? What are they going to do against this tough 3-game stretch to begin the season before they get an absolute slobber knocker every week when they get Oregon, Washington, USC, Utah, and UCLA all in a row? But right now, it's time to get excited for football. And Cats fans, here's what I'm going to tell you. You got 2 choices right now. It's time for that leap of faith. You remember in Indiana Jones of the Temple of Doom?
Last Crusade.
Last Crusade.
Sorry.
Thank you. I'm glad I have both of you here to help me. For those of you wondering, just tuning in, my son Rigny's home for a couple days before you go to where?
Nagoya, Japan.
Nagoya, Japan is his next destination. So he's home for a couple days. So today's been hang out with Dad Day. Has it been okay?
Yeah.
We got to meet Jaden DeLore.
We did.
That was a pretty cool dude.
I did not realize that Arizona had so many ooses on the team.
Yeah.
I dig it.
The Poly connection, the oos.
Yep.
But here's the deal. Arizona fans, I think you're going to have to take one of 2 choices. You got 3 choices right now, right? You got 3. Here's your 3 choices. Number 1, you can sit in the sidelines, be apathetic the way we've been for a long time. I don't blame you. I know why. I know that you've had your heart broken over and over again, and I know that you're getting disappointed, but you can either sit there on the sideline and be apathetic, and that doesn't do anybody any good. That doesn't change anything. What's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
So if you expect Arizona to get any better, how are you going to help if you just do the same thing over and over again? Right?
Yep.
That's why he goes to a service academy. He's a pretty smart kid.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes.
So your choice is either stand there and be apathetic and nothing's going to change. You could take a leap of faith the way that Indiana Jones did in The Last Crusade. Remember where he had to take that leap of faith to save his father?
I do.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah, I remember the leap of faith going to the Grail rather than coming.
Yeah, it's to the Grail.
Yeah, it was to the Grail.
Right, there was a bridge there, but he couldn't see it. He just had to have faith, closed his eyes, took that big step, and had that leap of faith. You could do that if you're an Arizona Wildcat fan, and you could just say, listen, I'm going to put my faith in Jed, in the football program, and I'm going to believe for no reason other than I've just got faith.
A little bit of faith
Goes a long way.
Yes, absolutely.
Or number 3, you can get ready to put your high tops on so you don't bust your ankle when you jump on that bandwagon. So what would you rather be? Would you rather be someone of faith that's going to stand there and go, I believed, I took that chance? Yeah, I might get heartbroken. I might get slapped. Arizona might get run off the field at San Diego State and beaten by 42 points. It could happen. Arizona could also win, but it takes a leap of faith. You got to believe in something. That's why we're sports fans. We believe. You got to believe in something. So if you're an Arizona Wildcat fan, what you going to do this week? Are you going to have that leap of faith? Are you going to be apathetic? Or are you going to get your high tops on ready to jump on the bandwagon? I'll take the leap. I'll take the high tops. But I'll lose respect for you if you just sit there with the apathy. What else is rattling around my big old head? I was thinking about this. I'm going to give you for my Mount Rushmore today what I think are the biggest 4 games in the Pac-12 schedule. But I'm just going to remind everybody it's time to rally around the Pac. It's time to rally around the Pacific 12 Conference. I know it's tough, but I told Herm Edwards, I'm going to root for Arizona State when they take on Oklahoma State. Why? Because I'm a Pac-12 guy. You know, there's so many other folks that want to see this conference eaten by the Midwest, whether it's the Big or the Big 12. I'm not that guy. I think we lose a little bit of our soul if we see our conference eaten up and we become nothing more than the West Coast outlet for the Big 12 or the Big 10. So I'm going to rally around the Pac. I don't know about you. By the way, Riggs, what is my desire? You've known me forever.
Yeah.
What's my desire to leave the United States of America?
None.
Dragon Ball, we've had this conversation.
We've had this conversation many a time. We actually, I believe the biggest one was when we talked about the World Cup being in Qatar and how you weren't going to go because they weren't going to allow you to drink booze in the bowl. And I said, you weren't going to go to the World Cup anyway, so why does this even matter?
Just another reason why I don't want to travel around the world.
My question is, why go to a sporting event if you can't drink?
Well, you can drink. It's inside the walkways. You just can't drink like
in
when
your
you're in your seat at the game in Qatar.
In Qatar, that's the rules of that country. Anyway, let's stop before you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it?
Qatar.
Gutter.
Qatar.
Gutter.
This is
listen,
2-on-1 here.
Let's not have some wanton disinformation.
Disinformation or misinformation?
I don't think either of you can speak English.
I told you, Riggs, about his insistence that the word is wanton, not wanted.
Yeah, I don't think either of you can speak the Queen's English.
No, probably not.
You're flunking English, and that's your native language. All right, so I did find a reason why I might actually leave the continental United States.
No way.
No.
I know. Would I go to Hawaii? Yeah, I'd want to go see the Arizona Memorial.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. You went, right?
It is humbling.
Would I want to go to Alaska? Maybe. For like the midnight baseball game. My wife wants to see that. Like, that's all she talks about. One day I want to go to Alaska to see the midnight baseball game. Okay. Maybe see a polar bear?
Grizzly bear.
Grizzly bear?
Yeah.
You don't have polar bears there?
No.
No, that's like Antarctica.
Is Antarctica top or bottom?
That's the bottom.
What do they have? What's in the North Pole?
Just North Pole.
Oh, I'd like to go to North Pole and see Santa.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I used to go to Santa's Village when I was a little kid to see him.
Yeah. You can still go to the...
He knew my name. Like when you would go, so in Northern California, near Santa Cruz, south of San Francisco, there was a Santa's Village you'd go, and there was an amusement park that was Christmas themed year round. And you could go, and Santa was there every day, and I would go sit on Santa's lap, and he knew my name when I sat down.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that?
because I don't know where you want us to go with this after that.
Yeah,
No, this is just, you know what? This is what we call.
This is a new segment, right? Because I don't remember listening to this before.
Dive.
This is just when we go down a rabbit hole that there is really no way of coming back from.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yeah.
So back to my original point. Europe. I finally found a reason why I would go to Europe.
Oh,
Really?
Okay.
Because this weekend they had in week 0, Nebraska, which was a 0. They sucked.
Yeah.
Taking on Northwestern. So it's like the once proud, mighty Nebraska Cornhuskers playing a bunch of brainiacs. Right? Playing a bunch of Poindexters.
Yep.
The Poindexters won, beating Nebraska because Nebraska sucks. But they played in Ireland. You see what happened?
I did.
The Wi-Fi went down inside the stadium, and they don't take cash. They only take cards. It's all wireless.
Oh no.
So they couldn't. The concession stands didn't work. They couldn't process or ring you up for beer and food. So you know what they ended up doing?
I'm terrified of the results of this this necessity.
You want to know what they did?
Go ahead. What'd they do?
Ladies and gentlemen, they gave away free beer and food to everyone.
God bless the Irish honor system.
I mean, at that point, that's just a really big party, isn't it?
Oh,
Okay. Did they, at the very least, have a system to be like, okay, you got 2 drinks, and that's all you get? Like, did they like?
Oh no,
mark?
no!
they just opened it up.
It was a free for all.
Giddy up. They were just handing out beer.
I saw videos. It looked like the most glorious thing that has ever happened anywhere ever.
Oh, there's a danger to that, sir.
I am,
Dude,
I am
would
genuinely sad I was not there.
I would go.
I'm your huckleberry.
I would go. That would be enough to make me go to Europe.
That would require, though, the entire Wi-Fi to go out. So you'd have to like cut the cable and then get in the stadium to do it.
Yep.
It's some Mission
awesome.
Impossible stuff.
Yes,
And
It
I dig
was
it. And I dig it.
awesome. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Anyway, that's all that's rattling around my big old head right now. Hey, by the way, quick reminder for you. Wildcats Radio 1290 presents Walk on Wednesdays at Dave & Buster's of Tucson, brought to you by Goodfellas AC. Wednesday, August 31st, between 6 and 8, you can register to win. Here's the $500 value pack. It's a $250 cash card and $250 of Dave & Buster's prize pack. Plus, you can play and compete against the Arizona walk-on basketball players. Everyone's welcome. Just come by, show up, register, and you can walk out with this $500 value card. Details at wildcatsradio1290.com. All right, we'll visit with Riggs. We'll give stuff away. We got Jets presser coming up. And by the way, we are going to go to the break of dawn, yo! Well, not to the break of dawn, but we're going to go to 6:30 because that's when Jed Fish's radio show comes up.
I was going to say, that's a bit of a long shift for some of us here.
To the break of dawn, yo!
Par for the course.
Come on, Costa, let's go. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Rich Herrera. Exclusively on Wildcats Radio 1290. This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin, Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Barlow grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry. Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Barlow, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Barlow grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way. Out to Tabellis. Down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ball game. Matherin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big.
Rolling on the field is a safety.
Yes. That's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket.
They'll wait all afternoon. So keep listening for the box office blitz to win from 1290.
Yes, that's right. Coming up today, we'll give you an opportunity to win a $25 gift card to Hooters. Coming up for the program, correct?
That is correct.
All right. Today's program brought to you in part by QC Kinetics. You sick and tired of that constant pain in your knees, your hips, and your back? Do you feel like you just got hit by a linebacker and then run over by the bus twice? Every time you go to move, you make that sound. Oh, whether it's your back or your knees, or your hip, or your shoulders, you're just like, oh, my aching joints. What am I going to do? Well, I got an idea for you. I think you need to call my friends at QC Kinetics. They're right here in Tucson. They're helping people every day, giving them lasting relief using the latest advances in regenerative medicine. It's simple. They concentrate your own body's healing agents and apply them to your aching joints, restoring damaged tissue. No drugs, no steroids, and no surgery. Listen, it's your choice is yours. You want to act like the 1970s and walk around like a 70-year-old man going, oh, my aching hips. Or do you want to get into 2022 and get real pain relief? Choice is yours. So either act like you're 70 or realize there are new ways to take care of those aching joints. And one of them is QC Kinetics. They're right here in Tucson. So here's what you do. You call them right now. You get a free consultation, 520-497-4955. That's 520-497-4955. Academy in Orange Grove is where they're located. Again, let me give you that number, 520-497-4955, QC Kinetics. All right, let's see. What do I got to do? I got to give away something within the next couple of minutes, right?
Yes.
And then we're going to listen to Jed Fish's press conference.
Yes.
And then later today, we'll have the captain.
Yes.
Kelvin Efod coming on the program, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So we got a lot to get to. And we're on until the break of dawn, yo! Or 6:30.
I don't know.
Have you ever partied to the break of dawn?
When does dawn occur? I've always had this confused.
I will tell you, I think it was about 5:30 because that's when this guy and I got home on Friday night.
Now, here's the thing. Is that dusk or dawn?
It's dawn.
Because dawn's the morning side.
Dawn's the morning.
Dusk is the evening.
Have you ever stayed out all night and got home like at the break of dawn?
No, usually with that kind of stuff, it's usually I'm working until the break of dawn.
To the break of dawn. Have you ever seen, what's the movie?
Project X.
Project X?
Project X, okay.
Have you ever seen that?
I've not seen that.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, man.
No, this one's not. This one might not be your cup of tea.
Oh, yeah?
What do you mean? It's hysterical.
It's the greatest high school party of all time.
It really is.
Okay.
It's based on a true story.
Wait a minute. Okay, this isn't the one that has like the guys eventually start developing like superpowers and it's like filmed from like
no
a camcorder. Okay.
No, it's an actual high school party that turned into a riot.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
It's based on a true story. It happened in Australia.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. The kid burned his house down.
Oof. He burned his whole neighborhood down.
Yeah.
That's
magnificent.
It's always been a goal of mine.
Glorious.
Now you know why the two of us.
Money, man.
Now that he's 21, why the two of us are scary. we went to the Maverick this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, he's already laughing. I already know this is bad.
Don't.
Boy.
Your mother's listening. Do not say anything.
I won't.
Anyway,
you're gonna talk about it anyway.
No, I told her we wouldn't embarrass the family. Right?
I made myself proud.
You promised. By the way, okay, so I brag about you all the time. I'm trying to figure out how to get your camera working, and it's refusing to work for me today.
That's okay.
Because I wanted to show everybody this mustache that you came home with.
Everyone likes it.
I don't mind it. It's not a bad look.
It's not bad.
Since we've been home,
you look older.
Since I've been home, you and Mom are the only people that have negative things to say about the C-stash.
It's true.
The C-stash.
The C-stash.
I like that.
Is it SEA?
Yeah.
Like he was out to see grew a mustache. Well, the only thing is you have to shave it when you go back to the academy.
I do.
All right, so tell everybody where you've been, because I talk about you all the time. So since I got you, I might as well fill in everybody where you've been and why I've been a maniac worrying about you.
Okay, so like you said on the air, Lord only knows how many times I go to the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy in Kings Point, New York. It's the North Shore, Long Island, half hour outside of Queens.
Oh, wow.
Our campus actually used to be the Chrysler family estate. So the mansion and everything is still there. It's where our admiral and everyone has their offices. It's
beautiful campus.
Very incredible. But before I graduate, I'm going to have to spend an entire year out at sea. Not at one time, but broken up into two different sailing periods. So right now I'm actually on my first sailing period. And so I spent the last 47 days as a member of the crew of the TS Golden Bear, which is Cal Maritime's training ship. So it was a 47-day cruise. started off in Vallejo, California, 8-day crossing out to Honolulu, then back to San Francisco down to San Diego back up to Vallejo, and now I'm home.
So the tough part is when he's out in the middle of the Pacific, I don't know where he is. I can't. He's tagged like a dolphin. Yeah. I don't know where he is, so it's kind of scary. And now you're heading where?
So in a few days, I will be heading off to Nagoya, Japan, to pick up the Seacor Green Ridge. It's a tramp ship, so it has no set schedule. So after we leave Japan, I have zero idea where we're going to wind up.
And what is a tramp ship?
It just means it has no set schedule for port calls.
And what do you do?
Just pick up random cargo that doesn't have a ship to take it somewhere, take it to wherever it needs to go, and then when we get there, we'll just pick up more miscellaneous cargo.
So what did you learn on your sea cruise?
I learned pretty much everything that we covered in our classes back at school.
Okay.
We actually put into practice. So different kinds of navigation, terrestrial, so like using physical landmarks to navigate.
Right.
How to use like a radar and things like that to navigate, how to actually steer the ship.
So the highlight was?
The highlight would definitely have to have been sailing into San Francisco.
Through the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yes. So we passed. So you're pulling into port in San Francisco. You start off by sailing under the Golden Gate Bridge, which is incredible because you're just like as close to the bridge as you can possibly get.
Right, because this is a big ship.
Yes.
500 feet?
Yes. The Golden Bear is 500 feet long and displaces about 10,000 tons, give or take.
And then going out, you told me, what did you do?
Yeah, that first night out, you have to go through a part of the ocean called, we call it the Potato Patch. And consistently year-round, they have about 17-foot swells. So that first night out, I got pretty seasick. It was not a good time for anybody involved.
Okay, and then you and again, we've talked about this before. You do not have a driver's license.
I do not have a driver's license.
But what did you get to do?
I got to actually steer the ship. So I logged about 10 hours on the helm actually steering the ship.
So I can't let you drive my car. I can't put you behind the wheel of my car.
No.
But they did put you behind the wheel of the ship, and you were steering the ship through the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yes. So I did steer the ship through the Golden Gate Bridge, through San Francisco Bay, past Alcatraz, and not quite into port, but
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
And then for your school, they teach you, they train U.S. merchant. What do they train?
So we train officers to man U.S. commercial ships, so like oil tankers, container ships, things like that.
That are U.S. flagged vessels.
Yep.
And
active duty officers for the U.S. military.
Okay. So that's the big difference. Like if you go to Air Force, you're going to join the Air Force afterwards as an officer.
Yeah.
Jaime Rivera Jr., who we've met.
Awesome kid.
Yeah, he's at West Point. He'll commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Army.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And then you have your choice.
Yes. So I can choose to either go sail commercially on my Coast Guard license.
And then join the Navy Reserve.
Yep. Or I can go 5 years active duty.
And you're going to?
I'm going Navy.
Okay. Oh, Keith, is this Keith? We talked to Keith last week. All right. Keith is on line one. I want to take this call. Bear down, Keith. Welcome. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290. How are you?
Bear down, sir. How are you today?
I am good. Thank you for calling. What's up?
This is a little bit of advice for you and to your son.
All right. He's right here. Rigney, say hi to Keith.
Let's hear it.
How you doing, sir?
Never better. How are you?
Tucson's very proud of you.
Oh, thank you so much.
So let me give you a really quick story. I served in the Army. I was stationed in Germany. My mother at the time did something that upset me. She sold my 1968 Plymouth Satellite. Oh, my God. It broke my heart. Yes. But, so I didn't write home for like 3-4 months.
Oh.
And Oh, yeah, I was mad. So one day I'm working on a car, on a truck, I'm greasy as can be. I get called up to the orderly room. And I go up and I was like, well, what's going on? So my first sergeant sat me down. He says, we got a letter from Dennis DeConcini at the time. I said, Dennis DeConcini, what's he? He said, your mother called our senator and said that you have not written home in 4 months. So I said, okay, I'll write a letter. He said, no, you don't get it. Sit down right here, and they put a pen and paper in front of me. You are writing your mother right now. That was the greasiest letter my mother ever received. So
Dennis
you make sure you find some way to stay in touch with your parents, because they can embarrass you from way back here.
So Dennis DeConcini was the United States Senator from Arizona, right?
Yes, he was.
Your mom?
My mother called, and she called Dennis DeConcini's office and said, my son has not written me in 3 or 4 months. And they said, well, man, maybe he's out. No, he's not. And the military hates irate wives and irate mothers. So let me tell you, right home, make sure you stay in touch.
Yes, sir.
That is awesome. So what did you tell your mom?
I said, you know what, I was busy, and in the next letter I got, that was a bunch of BS. You were mad because I sold your car, and it's like, oh, all right, but that was the greasiest letter she ever got from me.
Did you forgive her?
Of course I did.
Okay, just want to make sure. Because what it was a Plymouth Satellite. What year?
A 1968 Plymouth Satellite. That was my baby.
My very first car was a 1963 Plymouth Valiant with that push-button transmission on the side.
Oh, my God. That was cool.
I wish I still had that car. All right, Riggs, so you heard it right there.
My 68 Satellite, it was pumpkin orange, just like the General Lee and the Dukes of Hazzard. Oh my God. It was nice.
All right,
but I'm telling you, young man, remember, your parents can reach out and touch you in ways that you wouldn't know.
Yes, all right, sir. So you hear that right now, because don't make mom call Bart Kelly or Kristen Cinema and say, because your mother would.
Oh, I know she would. I have no doubt about that.
Keith, you're the best.
Young man, you stay safe, you stay blessed, and keep your head up. Mind your six.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. That is awesome. See, now you know. Moms are the most powerful thing in the world. Your mom could drop the hammer on you at any moment.
Oh, I'm aware of that.
Could you imagine her calling the senator?
I
haven't heard from my son in a while. Could you?
Well, I remember the conversation you and I, the three of us, had about if I got a tattoo while I was out.
What's going to happen?
You better like it, because you're going to cut it off and mount it on the wall.
Bingo. There you go.
Thank you. I believe it, too.
It's true. Listen, how much of a hard time I'm giving you for this dumb mustache, which, by the way, it does look good. We went out to the Maverick. I walked up to girls like, do me a favor. Tell him how bad that mustache is so he'll shave it. Every girl in the Maverick said, ooh. Oh. Every girl in the Maverick.
Oh, boy.
Ooh. They were weak in the knees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were like,
I could see it.
Yeah, they were all digging that mustache.
I'm sorry that people are so jealous of me, but I can't help it that I'm popular.
It really is hard.
It is a task you have no choice but to uphold.
I did not seek it out. It was thrust upon me.
It was thrust upon you.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I went long in this segment. I still got to bring you Jed Fish's press conference. So let's move Jed to 4 o'clock so I can play the whole thing. It's about 18 minutes. You'll hear everything Jed had to say because we weren't able to get it on the air today. Technical difficulties. We'll get it on Thursday. But let's do this right now. How about we just give away our box office split so we don't miss it for this hour? Is that okay?
That's good.
All right, let's do it.
The Wildcats Radio 1290 box office is now open.
You feel that right away. It's just refreshing.
With tickets to ball games, concerts, movies.
Surely you can't be serious.
And more.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Start calling at 520-848-1290 to win. Good luck from Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, Riggs, pick a number. Not too high of a number because Dragon Ball's got to count.
5.
All right.
5 words?
5 why?
Well, because I just assumed that you wanted it between 1 and 10.
What happens when you assume?
I don't think I can say that on the radio.
Yeah,
All right, 5
probably
for
not.
Manti Te'o because he and I watched the Manti Te'o Netflix last night.
There you
God,
go.
that was twisted.
Yeah. All right, so we'll take caller number 5 right now. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. Caller number 5. You'll win a $25 gift card to Hooters. Coming up, the team captains were named by Jed Fish today. We'll tell you who they are, and then we'll have Jed Fish's full press conference coming up top of the hour.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube
at Wildcats 1290
and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Krisa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Krisa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, 3 have to go, steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ball game. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's
We're
a
tied.
Huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great.
Turning on 1290 here at 3:55. Another in-state get for the Arizona Wildcats as they were able to go and get the commitment from 3-star safety Genesis Smith out of Chandler. And Adia Barnes, the women's basketball team, will be ramping up their recruiting for 2023 5-star guard Kylie Marshall after she put the Wildcats in her top 4 for her upcoming commitment. After being shot multiple times in a reported carjacking, Commanders running back Brian Robinson Jr. is now in a stable condition, and head coach Ron Rivera says that he could very well return to play even this season. Looking to aid minor league players in Major League Baseball, the MLB Players Association is looking to try and get the minor leaguers to form their own players union after circulating authorization cards to players earlier this week. And that's what's trending locally and nationally on 1290. Still more to come on the Rich Herrera Show. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Herrera on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Rich Herrera Show rolls on. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Today's program is brought to you in part by Huss Oktoberfest, inspired by traditional Bavarian Marzen-style beer. This copper red hue with a full body and drinks with a slightly malty sweetness. It's the winner of the 2020 gold medal at the U.S. Open, 2019 silver medal at the Great American Beer Fest. Listen this week for your chance to win a $25 gift card for Huss Oktoberfest. Thanks to Huss Brewing for bringing you today's program. You know what? I didn't see that story. I was off busy on campus today. That final story you had about the MLB Players Association wanting to unionize the minor league players?
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about, you know what? Talk about baseball. I never thought baseball would break its own back. You do that, you might ruin the sport forever.
There's a good chance.
Because they've already cut off half the minor league teams are gone. If you do that, you know what you're going to get? You're going to get 30 minor league teams. I don't need to have all these minor league teams. You realize there's only a handful of prospects, and the rest of those guys out there playing minor league baseball are there simply to fill out a roster so someone like a Derek Jeter or a Bryce Harper could get a game in. Yeah, maybe a couple of those guys make it to the big leagues, but the chances of them making it are very slim. There's only a handful of top prospects, maybe 5 or 6 in organization. The rest of the guys in the minor leagues are just simply there to give them practice games. So you want to throw in and say, let's unionize all of these players. I guarantee you that'll be the end of the minor leagues as we know it.
The fact that it's the MLB Players Association going down to the minor leagues and passing out the authorization cards that's really kind of interesting, especially considering that the minor
leagues have organized themselves, and that's why they get fed and they get room and board. Mm-hmm. But in order to do that, they cut about half the minor league teams out.
Yep.
They've shortened the draft, and there's less opportunities now. And I know everybody who gets signed to a contract to play minor league baseball thinks they're going to make it to the big leagues one day, and they should. But in reality, the reason why there's short season A, there's long season A, there's double A, there's triple A, is so they can have enough minor league teams for younger players to get a practice game, for middle-end players, second and third year minor leaguers to get a practice game, and then there's a AAA to sharpen your skills in the minor leagues. That's all there is. If you're going to unionize all that, the cost is going to be exorbitant, and Major League Baseball is just going to say, why don't we just have one minor league team, and I'm going to have 17-year-olds play against 30-year-olds.
Well, and let's not forget, too, that the whole point of the minor leagues is that the conditions are supposed to suck.
That's another part of it. Did you know that, right? He knows this because he's been around me.
Right. He's supposed to go ahead and teach guys to kind of meddle themselves and be
well, the reason why they want the minor leagues, they want you to hate the minor leagues.
Because you want to get out of there as fast as possible.
Yeah, they want you to work as hard as you can to get there. So I remember I was working in the big leagues. I went down and did some AAA games, and I went back and I told the farm director, I said, I could go get you some couches. Because I worked broadcasters on corporate sales. I said, I could go find some sponsors.
This was Durham, right?
In Durham. I said, I can go find you some couches. I can go find you better furniture. I can go find nice furniture for the clubhouse the way we have in the big league. He goes, no, I don't want it down there. I said, why not? He said, because I want them to hate it down there, because I want them to fight as hard as they can to get to the big leagues. I don't want them comfortable down there. I don't want them flying and riding in buses and limousines and having it good, because then they'll get complacent and feel like, hey, I made it. I want them to hate it down there so they work their butts off, because the reward is getting to the big leagues. A lot of these minor league players don't know that, don't realize that, or feel self-entitled, because if you play travel ball and then you played a big-time college, you've never had to suffer through the bus leagues.
They shouldn't have white balls at batting practice.
No. I mean, Booney tells the stories of going, and I know lots of guys, big-time Pac-12 program, you get to the minor leagues and like, this sucks. Yeah, so hurry up and get your butt to the big leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting. All right, tell you what, here's what we're going to do. I'm way over time because I've been having so much fun with Riggs here on the program. We're going to bring you Jed Fish's full press conference. Now, I do have to apologize. We had some technical difficulties. We weren't able to get the backhaul out of the press conference today, so I want to bring you the whole thing. Really great press conference for Jed. I asked about the offensive, defensive line. I asked about recruiting. He answered a bunch of questions as we get ready for San Diego State. So we'll do that for you next. It's all brought to you by Coors Light. I'm Rich Herrera. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun.
Don't let radio go silent. Text local to 5.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on
radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290. This is the home of Arizona football. This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Jeez, and I thought I was a grumpy.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go. And it's
$300 off top-rated laptops, like the XPS computers, taking performance to the next level with 12.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball.
All right, Rich Herrera with you. It's hour number 2 of the program. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hey, our program today is brought to you in part by Coors Light. Coors Light's really stepped up this year with their coverage of Arizona football. They bring you Jed Fish's weekly press conference. I apologize. I had some technical difficulties today with the backhaul out of the football facilities at the U of A, so we weren't able to bring it to you live, so I wanted to bring it to you. It's in its entirety. Here's Jed Fish sitting down with the media, myself included, answering his questions. He'll have press conferences on Mondays and Thursdays. We'll carry them for you right here on 1290. This is all brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. Here's Jed Fish.
All right, guys. Ready to go here? Okay. Thanks for all being here today. Happy college football season 2022. It's an exciting time for sure. We all know that Saturdays in the fall are special. And the fact that we're back, football is back, really excited, obviously, about that. Got a little taste this past weekend, but clearly this coming weekend will be what we're all looking forward to. I'm excited about game week starting. Today is really the first day of game week and the build of Arizona. And that's really what we're looking at and talking about throughout our whole process here. That how can we build Arizona football to where we want it to be and where we want it to go. We talk about 3 things with our team. It's going to come down to culture. It's going to come down to schematics. And it's going to come down to players. And when we talk about culture, we're really talking about the Wildcat principles. We're saying to our team, and we talk to our team constantly about trusting the process, playing with passion, loving your teammates, embracing the grind, and playing the next play. And we feel as if with our culture, if we can really focus in on that and focus in on those 5 principles, we'll have a really be able to get this build going the way we want it to go. The second part of it is players. We certainly understand the importance of players. And this offseason, we've really focused in on bringing in a lot of new players, retaining the right players, developing our older players, and seeing how good we can be as a team. Really fortunate that our staff did such a great job recruiting. Hats off to them to bring in the type of recruiting class we brought in, and also the transfer portal and the players that we brought in through the transfer portal. Fortunately for us, the momentum has continued for 2023, and we've found that recruiting has gone very well for us. And we know that if we're going to build Arizona football to where we want it to go, it's going to come down to being able to have another great recruiting class. And then our players that stayed and our players that are with us, our 4th and 5th year players have really embraced what we've asked them to do. They've become great leaders. At this time, I'll announce the 5 captains for this year that the players voted on yesterday, and that is Christian Roland Wallace, Christian Young, Jalen Harris, Jordan Morgan, and Jaden DeLora. And the leadership that those guys have brought over the course of the summer and the course of the spring, we're very grateful to them and to what we're trying to build. And then the final part of our build is the schematics. We have excellent football coaches on our staff, guys that have years upon years of experience. We felt it was really important as we go into this season that we cater our X's and O's to our players. We were really going to spend our time focusing in on what does our offense players do best, and let's put our scheme in place for that. What do our defensive players do best, and let's put our defensive scheme in play for that, and then the importance of the kicking game. We feel as if we're going to build Arizona football to where we need to be, we need culture, we need schematics, and we need players all at the top of our list. And we all have to be performing at the highest level in all 3 of those phases. And if we do that, we feel like we've got a great opportunity to get this thing going and to build Arizona football to how we all want it, with all of your support. And to our community, we look forward to seeing them in San Diego, and then certainly to kick off our home game. So with that, I will open it up to questions.
How do you feel this year compared to last year this time game week? Are you more prepared, more confident?
Yeah, well, I certainly feel that what we've been able to do is continue to bring in the culture we want and really develop the culture we want. And with the experiences that we've had with the players on our football team, and then the staff working together for another year, we're about 90% together as a coaching staff, just 2 new coaches. So we're a little more familiar with one another. We feel good about that part of it, and I thought we had a very good football camp. I thought our training camp was really good. So I'm cautiously optimistic with our team going into week 1. And I know that while we've never played together as a football team yet, we've got 70 players that have never played together. We have 53 players that weren't even on our team. We have to see what it's all going to look like, but I do believe that if we do what I think we can do, we'll be able to, start this build the way we want it to be.
What appealed to you the most about Johnny Manson, and what advice have you given him, if any, heading into his first game as the play caller?
Yeah, the number one thing that with Johnny that we've talked about in the past was the fact that he's so familiar with the West Coast and the Pac-12, and the fact that he's coached at so many different teams, played in the Pac-12, coached, at Washington, coached at USC, coached at UCLA, and now is coaching at Arizona. So that was the number one thing that I felt very comfortable with, that he was currently coaching in the Pac-12 and felt very good about his understanding of what you need to do to stop an offense. I also love his passion. If we're going to talk about part of our culture is going to be playing with passion, then we needed coaches that were going to coach with that same type of passion and be able to get players to run through a wall for him. I think Johnny and Jason Kafusi and our whole coaching staff are able to do that. The only thing we talked about regarding, calling his first game as a defensive coordinator was be you, be confident, believe in your preparation. That was, what I think is the number one thing you could tell anybody. Trust the process, right? You've worked awfully hard to get to where you're at, and if you do that, I believe that good things will come.
Do you have a plan for a depth chart coming out this week?
Yeah, I think we'll release a depth chart today. I was just looking it over this morning. We're all set to release it up probably this afternoon, I would think, Jeff.
Do you have any players that you don't think will be available for the first game?
No, I believe we'll have everybody that's practiced over the last 2 weeks will be available for the game. The players that didn't practice over the last 2 weeks, which I would guess would probably just be Traden Stukes, I hope that he'll be available for the game. That is the plan. Otherwise, everyone's been back since Friday's practice, so we should be good to go. So anything on the depth chart we'll certainly release to you, but I expect no surprises there at all.
In comparison to last year, who your starting quarterback is going into this game. How much does it help you and the team in terms of these 2 weeks to prepare for the game?
Yeah, certainly the quarterback position being secure adds a confidence among the locker room as well as the third floor. Because you know who's taking those snaps. You know what he can do. You know what you want him to do. We feel very confident in Jaden and what he's been trying to get done. He has to trust, now that he can go out there and do everything we ask of him, because he certainly looks like he can. He's shown the ability to be able to process our offense. We've tried to set our schematics and our X's and O's up for his success. And I believe that if he goes out there and, trusts the guys around him, believes in the other 10, like he's shown that he has the last month or last couple of weeks of training camp for sure, we feel a lot better about having Jaden back there as a team. We feel very good about having him be our leader.
What stands out to you about the San Diego State game from last year?
Well, they jumped on us very fast. It was, we had 7 offensive plays and it was 21-0. So that was obviously the biggest challenge. But it's a totally different team. They're totally different. We're different. So what stands out to me is that we didn't play well enough to win last year. We can't go down 21-0 against most teams. But I think that they're going to play hard. They're going to play fast. They're going to be physical. That part of the team won't be different. And that's what we have to be able to be prepared for as we go.
And what do you think just about just showing on national CBS slot, first game on that Saturday?
Yeah, I don't think too much about that, actually. I just kind of think that our team needs to just go out there and play football, believe in what we've asked them to do, trust the process of preparation, recognize that, this is the first day of the build and that we're going to just do everything we possibly can to play our best game on Saturday, regardless of who's watching.
Jed, going into week 1, can you preview the strength of the offensive and the defensive lines?
Yeah, our offensive line is pretty veteran. The 2 tackles are both veteran players that have started for a while. Our interior guys, Josh Donovan, was a starter for us last year. He looks to have really improved throughout all of training camp. Jonas Sevenea has done a fantastic job coming in here as a true freshman, but he did get here in January, so he had the advantage of spring football. And Josh Baker played about 3 games, I believe, last year as a starter, played about 7 or 8 games total for us last year. Very intelligent, spent a ton of time in the weight room, really has a great grasp of offensive football, so feel good about that group. And then Sam Lange, Joe Borjan, those guys have added, JT Hand, those guys have added a lot of depth to the team that we didn't necessarily have last year going at this moment in time. So that's been good. Defensively, our defensive line, all 4 interior guys, 5 interior guys are all healthy and back. So you have Tia and Keon Bars both back. You have Tank Wilson and Paris Shan ready to go. I think we'll probably get some Jacob Kangaika out there as well. So excited about all 5 of those interior defensive linemen available. On the edges, Hunter Eccles, transferred in from USC, has had a very, very good camp. Jalen Harris on the other side. We all know that what Jalen has done for us. He's continuing to getting stronger, continue to get more comfortable, more confident. So both of those guys on the edges, we feel good that they are getting better every day.
You may not think about who's watching, but given the fact that they did jump on you last year, do you have to have players aware that hey, you're opening up a new stadium? This is a team that could be extra fired up based on that.
I think that our team has to just go out there and play good football. I think that's where we're at right now, that we need to go out there as a team, as a program, and believe in what we've asked them to do, the process of preparation, committing to the process of getting better every single day, and not get wrapped up in opening up a new stadium, and not get wrapped up in the crowd, and not get wrapped up in who we're playing, and just do the best we can as a football team to get better.
What's your evaluation of Braxton Burmeister as a quarterback, and have you been able to talk to Jimmy Doherty about him, considering you recruited him to Oregon?
Yeah, we played him, I think, when he was at Oregon, and I was at UCLA in 2017. I think he actually played in that game as a true freshman. And then, I've seen him. I've seen him. I knew him when he was, Jimmy was only at Oregon for about 6 weeks. And then he came to us at UCLA. So I'm familiar with who he is. I've seen him play. I watched a lot of his Virginia Tech film this past weekend. But Coach Nanson's, responsible for putting together the plan there. And he's done a fantastic job understanding what he does, talking through what his skill set is. We understand he's he's shown the ability to both be a very good runner as well as a good passer, and which is a tough thing to handle. He's certainly a good dual threat quarterback that has a lot of experience playing in now his third Power 5 system.
Jed, there's quite a few freshmen on this team. Do you say anything different, or what do you do to prepare them for the environment?
Yeah, I would expect us probably, I don't know the exact number of freshmen that'll be starting, but I would expect us probably to have between 7 to 10 freshmen playing in the game, and true freshmen, not just, and then an additional set of redshirt freshmen. We told our guys, trust your preparation, and I'll talk to them again tomorrow and again on certainly Friday evening about that. That they have to understand, the field is the field. They've played on 120 yards, 53 1/3 their whole lives. They have to be able to handle the early wave of adrenaline and emotion that goes into, being a young football player and for the first time being out there in a Division I program. But we also made a decision. We made a decision we were going to play a lot of young players. We made a decision that we're comfortable with that. And in order to build Arizona to where we want it to go, we know that we're going to have to do all we can to alleviate some of those pressures and stresses that they might have.
What are your expectations for Jerry Roberts this year?
I expect him to start opening day. And, as I watch him develop last season, when he went in week 7, I believe it was, for the final 4 games, and then unfortunately got hurt the first play of week 11. So he played 3 games plus. He was getting better every week. So my expectation is for him to improve every week. He's really grown into a leader on the team. We put him on leadership council as of last week because of the way he's handled himself at practice every day, and how much he's done committed in the weight room as well. So I would just say that I would expect Jerry to go out there and, improve every day, but be a big impact for us.
At this point, what gives you confidence that the team has indeed trusted your process?
Well, I could only go off of how we practice every day, how the kids prepare. Their knowledge base has certainly improved. The way they talk the game, the way they behave off the field. We had our best semester ever this summer. So it tells me that they were doing things right off the field academically, what they've done in the community. And then when they show up on the practice field, they're ready to work. They've had a tremendous confidence and very good demeanor when they get out there. There's no lates. There's no guys dragging their cleats. There's no guys that aren't excited about going out there to play. Now, of course, for us, the key is this. Now you have to go play. And as we're building this program up to where we want it to go, now it's a matter of, Jaden has to play like we've seen Jaden play. And DJ has to run the way we expect DJ to run. And Rayshawn has to run. And Jonah has to run. And T-Mac has to make plays. And Dorian has to make plays. And Hunter has to make plays. And Tia has to make plays. And our back end has to make plays, with CY and C-Row and Stukes and, guys that have had a lot of experiences, right? Jackson Turner has started a lot of games for us. So the confidence is that those guys are now really believing in themselves, and now they're going to have to go out there, and we're expecting that group to play really well.
I know the focus was on San Diego State, but being in San Diego, will you be able to do any recruiting? Chandler's playing in the Honor Bowl this weekend. Will you be able to visit any schools down there? Yeah,
there's always that opportunity when you're on the road to be able to get some coaches out to some games. That'll be our plan. But not an extensive amount of people are going to be out on the road recruiting. We're going to focus most of our attention this week on opening game. There's a lot of new and a lot of young, and we feel like we have to help this team right now with all of the youth as well as the inexperience of being a Wildcat to make sure that we can do that well together.
Okay, that's our time. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much.
All right, that's Jedd Fisch at his press conference earlier today. You heard it in its entirety. A couple things that I walked away with is, number one, the 5-team captains, C-Row, Christian Roland-Walls, Christian Young. They're going to be the stalwarts, backbones of that defense. Jalen Harris, who's grown so much in the last year. Jordan Morgan is the mainstay of that offensive line, the upperclassman, the leader, and then Jaden DeLaura, who gives a little bit of swagger that the Cats haven't had in a long time, are your 5-team captains. I also have a big takeaway that I'm going to talk to you about coming up here in just a moment, is what Jed said about the offensive scheme. And to me, this is music to my ears. What am I talking about? I will tell you that coming up next. I'm Rich Herrera. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Krisa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Krisa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Pull it down, and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down. Trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
On our website, and you can now watch our live stream of the Rich Herrera Radio Show every afternoon on our website as well. Bookmark us at WildcatsRadio1290.com. Today, we want to thank you just for tuning in to 1290. Keep listening for your chance to win tickets or food every hour during our box office blitz, only on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Rich Herrera Show rolls on here, Wildcats Radio 1290. You heard Jed Fish's press conference brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. Again, we apologize, had some technical difficulties today with the backhaul out of the football facilities. I think we're moving into a new location next week, but we'll do our best to have Jed's press conference on Thursday as well. Number for you to join us in the program, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, as we are getting closer and closer to football season. Yay! Text question, and by the way, I'm going to let you, I don't know why I'm having technical difficulties in everything I touch today. I can't get the text line to work, and don't tell the bosses because we spent.
Oh yeah, no, we spent quite a bit on that, but no. So in regards to our text question of the day, if you want to
text question of the day, text us.
I will text you.
All right, text me 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Text the word Rich. What is success? What's the number for success? Wins for the Wildcats this season. Simple. What are your expectations? What are you looking at for success for the Cats this season?
We've got one text coming in saying that this individual has been around since the Stoops turnaround, multiple losing seasons, but this season he's looking for about 3 to 4 wins would be fantastic as long as they are competitive in every game. 6 wins, though, for next year's team. We got Kenneth J. saying that the 5 wins would be the success margin for the University of Arizona. And then we've also got David. He says 4 wins would be a successful move forward, but the Cats team he believes this season could go as many as 6 wins this year.
Oh, man, 6 wins?
I'll take that.
6 wins, because you know what? I have my bet coming up this week.
That's right, you do.
I'm going to bet somebody from the flagship for San Diego State. I'm working on getting him to come on the program because I want to have a preview of San Diego State with him. And I'm going to throw down the gauntlet and bet him a 6-pack of local Arizona beer.
Sounds like a plan to me, and hopefully hopefully they enjoy it. You know, I know there's a lot of people who are very picky about their beer.
Enjoy it.
I know there are people
We're not sending them squat. They're sending us stuff this year.
Well, no, I hope they enjoy having to buy us beer.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Because beer can get pricey depending on where you go.
Well, you know what? I'm kind of a big deal.
As long as they don't send anything fancy, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm going to go as bougie as I can. By the way, that's the sound. The third voice you hear, and I can't get the stupid camera to work. Nothing is working for me today. I did get my text lines working though, so now I can look at those. Anyway, my son Rigney's here. Back. What are you going to be here for 3 days?
I don't know.
He's waiting for his travel orders to go to
Japan.
Where?
To Nagoya.
Nagoya, Japan. Where is that? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Why don't you look it up?
You can leave that to me.
Do you know where Nagoya, Japan is?
I know that Nagoya is the fourth most populated city in all of Japan.
How do you know that?
Because it's in the Chubu region.
Okay.
And also, the main thing I would suggest you to go and check out if you have some time to take leave, do check out the Nagoya Palace.
Okay.
It was actually the capital of the Owari province back during the Sengoku period.
I don't know when that is.
How do you know? How do you know all this?
Because I'm a big fan of Japanese historical warlords period. Again, this was the guy. This was moved because of Tokugawa Ieyasu, who was a retainer of Oda Nobunaga, who was known as the Demon King.
Do you know this all off the top of your head?
Oh yeah. I'm a nerd.
I didn't say you're a nerd. I
watched a lot of fiction related to this historical period of Japan. But no, Nagoya is actually a very interesting spot.
Is it north, south? Where is it?
Nagoya, you're actually going to see it more so. It's near the southern part of the island. It's actually it's a big port city, obviously, for the reason why you're going to be there. But it's not like the southernmost point of Japan, but it is like of the southern curve of the main island.
So it'll be in the South Pacific.
Yes.
All right. See, there you know. It'll be a little bit warmer then, won't it?
So yeah,
hopefully
Nagoya Castle will be a big place for you to visit. Also, I would just.
Where's the place that you wanted him to go?
Akihabara. That was the electric district. I don't think he's going to be able to go.
That's in Tokyo.
Yeah, you're
not going to go.
That's way out there.
Okay.
But also, it's the birthplace of
what?
Lexus and Toyota have their headquarters there.
That's why you're going.
Yeah. I will be on a car carrier. So yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to be on a car carrier.
Yep. So have some fun.
Not too much fun.
They've also got a really nice zoo and botanical garden there as well. So
I don't think I'm going to be there that long.
Right, but if you get the chance.
All right.
I just hope I see Guadalcanal.
I have no idea about any of this. All right. By the way, we have a VIP caller, so let me drop everything we're doing right now and talk to Paul in Phoenix, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
You won! You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
All right, whatever VIP caller like Paul in Phoenix or David or a couple others that have earned that, Keith's going to earn it pretty soon. We drop whatever we're doing just to talk to them. So let's go to Paul in Phoenix on line one. Bear down.
Bear down. Gosh, I am the fourth smartest guy in the room right now. Holy mackerel.
I know. I didn't know any about this, about Japanese warlords and all the rest of this. Like I watched.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch that. Is there a Matt Damon movie where he plays a samurai?
You're thinking of Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go watch tonight just to get smarter after I get done watching
Matt Damon, Tom Cruise, whatever.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Good crossover.
Matt Damon was in The Great Wall.
Yeah, he was fighting aliens and
that was
stuff.
actually good, wasn't it?
No.
Wow.
It was bad.
Hey, that's awesome.
Save me from this,
Rig,
Paul.
real
Let's
quick,
talk
Riggs,
football.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you.
You are greatly appreciated by not just myself, but I'm sure thousands and hundreds of thousands of people across this globe. We appreciate it. And it's kind of funny because I guess I'm wondering, if you're Riggs, does that make your dad Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon? Your dad Murtaugh? I can see the two of you out and about. Holy, that gotta be fun.
Oh, you should have seen us. We went out Friday night because he doesn't. Okay, again, Rigney, what do you not have?
Oh, my driver's license.
Yeah. So when he was in high school, I said, all right, you can go to Catholic school, which is expensive, or you can have a car. And he picked Catholic school. And then his first year of college, he couldn't have a car. Navy ROTC wouldn't let him have a car, so he didn't get a license. And now he lives in New York City, and you don't have a
license.
So I got to drive him when he comes home. So he goes, Dad, listen, I've been out to sea for a while. I want to go out. So I said, fine. So I took him to the Maverick. We went and saw Pork Chop. We had a great time. Didn't get home until dawn. I'm like the world's oldest wingman, but I'm a pretty good wingman, aren't I?
You are a very good wingman.
So I was walking up to girls going, hey, do me a favor. Go tell him that mustache is awful. And they're like, no, I love the mustache. I'm like, no, no. And they're like, all right, come up. And girls are like, no, he looks good in the mustache. Like, oh, man. So now he's never going to get rid of the mustache till he goes back to school and they have to be clean shaven.
Yep.
That's good, and that's okay. Enjoy it right now for those those fleeting moments.
Fleeting moments while you're out.
Always be safe.
Yeah, always. You know what he did? I did learn, though, Paul. He did tell me that he was on KP duty a couple times, so he had to spend, 10 hours washing dishes?
Yes.
Oh.
Scrubbing pots all day?
No. We worked from about 5:30 in the morning to, I'd probably say 7 at night.
Washing dishes?
Yeah.
There you go.
So you're driving the ship. And you're doing dishes. What else? Is there anything else you're doing? What else are we doing on that ship? Holy mackerel, are you doing it all?
Yes. So they had us working on all the navigational stuff. It's actually like plotting out our position both on the radar and on a actual like paper chart, like Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. And they had us working out on the decks. So chipping and painting away at the making sure that the hull and all the steel and everything was in good shape and working with the lines. And so every time we came in and out of port, they had us tying her up or untying the ship from the dock. Literally any aspect of the anything that wasn't engineering, they had us doing.
That's pretty cool.
That's good for you. That's great. So is there? I'm picturing something. I'm kind of looking out in the future, 10 years from now. So when you're the captain of, say, like the biggest Norwegian cruise ship, your dad's going to be the lounge singer. You'll be able to visit. You guys can go on the ship together. Is that what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Once you retire from the Navy, I could be the social director of the cruise ship.
You very well could.
What is
Julie?
Now, Paul? You want to hear something crazy? What is what is the opening salary? What's the beginning salary of a third class, or what is it, third mate?
Yes. So for my classmates that are going to go sail commercially, their first job out of college, again with no student debt to their name, starting salary is about $10,000. About $100,000 a year.
And for how many months do they work? 6 months?
Maybe 6 tops.
Yeah, they work 6 months on, 6 months off. They start at six figures.
Wow, there's a good recruiting commercial right there. We just did it.
Yeah,
nice
absolutely.
job.
Yeah, so
that's wonderful.
Any high school seniors listening, if you don't know what you want to do, but you want to travel, Merchant Marine Academy.
There you go. That's awesome. Wonderful. Good for you. That's great, and let's encourage more of our young to get involved in this type of stuff. That's wonderful. I appreciate that. So, Rich, are we ready? Let's
go ahead. Let's talk football.
Okay, so first and foremost, let me give you my editorial. If you're going to do the press conference, you said not this Thursday, but next Thursday, whenever it's going to be for Jed Fish, right?
Yes.
And you're going to move it locations. Is there any way you can install or have people use a microphone when they're asking the question? It's a little difficult to hear the question.
Yeah, it is a little difficult because he's on one mic and then they turn it up. But we don't hand around a wireless microphone. So
okay.
So we kind of catch as catch can.
Okay, gotcha. That's fine. So okay, and so let's break this down real quick. Captains, wonderful, love it. I'm going to talk to you today, and I'll probably call back tomorrow because I'm going to talk today.
You better call back on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, or I'm going to be mad.
I'm going to. I've told you I would. I'm going to make every effort to do it. But for instance, and you tell me because you were out there at practice and educate all of us. Let's go simple: kicking and punting.
Okay,
where are we at?
I'm pretty confident. Tyler Loop ended up winning part of the job last year, unexpected. So we had 2 kickers last year. Lucas and Loop were the 2 kickers, and they were like 1 and 1A. Lucas they said the stronger leg, but then Loop was the guy that they would bring from the 40 in. Now, we asked Loop, do you have a strong leg? Is there a reason why you were the short kicker and he was a long kicker? Because now it's just the way it worked out. Loop is, and from what we've seen, I mean, we've seen him kick balls on top of the roof of the athletic center, of the academic center at the end of the practice facility. So he's got plenty of leg. And you know what? He said it, so I'm not saying something like this is a no-hitter. He hasn't missed a field goal in college, and he kind of digs that. He was actually talking about that. So he's got ice water in his veins. He doesn't get rattled. I think we're going to be fine. Now, Orstenthorpe on the other side.
Yes.
I think he becomes one of the most important people on this team, simply because Johnny Nansen's defense is not going to be Dr. Blitz. The defense this year for Arizona is going to be bend, don't break. We know on offense, and you read all the previews, and I see everybody, and I watch them practice, they're going to be able to move the ball. Jaden DeLora is going to be able to move the football down the field, and he's got plenty of talented receivers. He's got more than enough running backs. He's got Alex Lyons, a tight end that you're going to see getting the ball thrown to him this year. And then, can I play this? What was that cut I'm looking for? Is this cut 2? All right, here's cut 2. Listen to this.
Okay.
Well, I certainly feel that what we've been able to do is continue to bring in the culture we want and really develop the culture we want. And with the experiences that we've had with the players on our football team, and then the staff working together for another year, we're about 90% together as a coaching staff, just 2 new coaches. So we're a little more familiar with one another. We feel good about that part of it, and I thought we had a very good football camp. I thought our training camp was really good. So I'm cautiously optimistic with our team going into week 1. And I know that while we've never played together as a football team yet, we've got 70 players that have never played together. We have 53 players that weren't even on our team. We have to see what it's all going to look like, but I do believe that if we do what I think we can do, we'll be able to, start this build the way we want it to be.
So as I look at what we had last year versus what we're looking at this year, I think maybe I underestimated, and everybody else did, how dysfunctional and how bad the program had just been run ashore. You look at everything that they had last year. It's taken him an extra year just to get everybody on the same page. And he did a pretty good job last year of getting the Anthony Pandys and the Bryce Wolmas to buy into what he was saying. But now you have them in a position where 53 people are now brand new to this program. They don't know what it's like to get embarrassed by Arizona State 70-7. They don't know what it's like to win one game. They don't know what it's like to be a part of that culture that was just losing constantly. So it's a whole new look to it. I also think you're going to see the maturation of Jed, that this year I think you're going to see him call plays that are based upon the personnel that he has. So one of the things we talked about last year was in a pro style, in the pros, okay, and I've covered both. In professional football, the NFL stands for not for long. If you can't play and you can't do what I'm asking you to do, I'm going to cut you. I'm going to find somebody else. So Bill Belichick has the same playbook, and whether it's Tom Brady or Mac Jones or Cam Newton, he's not changing his playbook. In college, Nick Saban has to adjust to the personnel he has because he can't cut you and sign a free agent. So I think Jed is learning as a head coach now. Listen, I know what I want to call for my pro-style offense, but I also have to make sure the pages in my playbook match the skill set of the people I have. And I think he's figured that out with Jaden DeLora. And you're going to see, instead of plays that I want to run, it's going to be plays that set him up for success. Absolutely.
Well, you know what, Rich, people at Tucson, listen to Rich, listen to Dragon Ball, listen to Riggs rest of today, or maybe even tomorrow, who knows, a couple other days. I will say this, as a hardcore college football fan, of course I'm there. I'm going to support. Okay, it's the folks who are kind of they're the, I hate to say it, the fence sitters. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to tell those folks right now, and I may say it again through the rest of the week. Please, folks, be prepared. I hate to tell you this, but you are at some point this season going to be pushed off that fence, and you're going to be pushed onto the good side. And I really believe that, because Jed Fish, he's been around enough, like you said, the professional ranks. He's been around enough of that stuff of what it's going to take to make this team good for the long haul. Of course, and I hear people say 3 and 4 wins. I'm past that. I hate to say it.
Well,
I said
you
7.
heard this today with him. I said he's cautiously optimistic. That's a lot difference. First time I've ever heard him in a tempered voice, meaning, all right, now it's not sales. Now it's not trying to get people excited. Now it's real.
Yeah.
Now
what if these kids get hungry? What if they get hungry? They win that first game. What if they get hungry and realize, holy mackerel, look what we have here. They can do this. Guys, gentlemen, thank you so much. I will talk to you probably tomorrow. And as always, folks at Tucson, get your tickets. Let's go. Bear down.
Thank you. I'm going to get Paul to say 621-CATS. Go to ArizonaWildcats.com, 621-CATS. If Paul could drop that into his calls, he might get his own afternoon show.
He might be, at the very least, he'll go and have a billboard of him up outside of Arizona Stadium being like, get your season tickets.
It might be lunchtime with Paul and Dragon Ball.
I was going to say, I'm surprised you don't have him on here already.
Yeah, the Paul and Dragon Ball show.
A diehard Cats fan in
Dragon Ball.
And Dragon Ball.
In Scum Devils territory? That's impressive.
Yep, up in Phoenix.
Hey, save the date, Oktoberfest, Saturday, September 24th, Union Public House, sponsored by Samuel Adams Oktoberfest, free event. More information coming soon. Check it out, Oktoberfest at Union Public House, coming up September 24th. All right, coming up. Oh, we got to give away Box Office Blitz. Let's give away stuff. Come on, let's do it. Yay!
Tucson, are you ready to win? The Wildcats Radio 1290 box office is now open.
Hey guys, you ready to let the dogs out?
With tickets to ball games, concerts, movies, and more.
We have to get on. We have so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it. This way, please.
Start calling at 520-848-1290 to win. Good luck from Wildcats Radio 1290.
Oh my God, thank you.
All right, Rigney.
Yeah.
Pick a number between 1 and 5 million.
10.
Please, 10. Okay, thank you.
Why 10?
Why? Wait, why me 10 or why him 10?
No, why did you pick 10?
Well, because I heard Dragon Ball say, please pick 10.
So you always do what you want. You always do what you're told.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what? That's good. Is being a sailor right now, you're supposed to follow orders.
That's not the case because he doesn't shave the mustache.
No, the mustache actually looks good.
Yeah.
And besides, I won the bet on Friday night. Walking into the Maverick, he and I had a bet on whether more people would like it or hate it. We didn't meet a single person that had a bad thing to say about it.
The people have spoken.
The people have spoken. He just doesn't like losing.
I don't. I hate losing. All right, caller number 10 right now. Hit it. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. Caller number 10, you'll win a $25 gift card to Hooters. Call right now, 520-848-1290. Coming up next, it's our Arizona Insider. Kelvin Ifan joins us every Monday at 5 p.m. here on 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Coloco. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Coloco, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Follow grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson.